Hello, fire signs. Happy Friday. So, I am very tired, and you must be as well. Okay, we have Ten of Swords and Strength in the reverse. So, Ten of Swords, literally, you see this person's spirit broken in half with the wand here. Their helmet, their shield, their protection is gone. They're stabbed in the back. They're betrayed. They've died on this mountain, right? So Ten of Swords, two meanings. One, it can be the ending of a cycle that was very detrimental in terms of the way that you were thinking about it, or in terms of the way that other people were thinking towards you, and the beginning of something new. So this is like the final, this is like the ending. Or it can, it can literally be a betrayal and feeling like you're broken in two. Like there's, this can be that ultimate feeling of heartbreak. The Clarifier Justice. And Justice is about, it's the Karma card. She challenges this particular Justice. Sorry, I'm very tight. She channels knowledge about how to balance what people have done, how to balance their actions out. If they've done something to hurt you, then they get hurt. If they've helped other people, then they get helped. So karma, this is very much how universal justice works, not how justice in like a court system somewhere works. It can be, but it's not. This has more of a widespread, it has a fan effect. It has a widespread, I don't know how to say it. It has a very rippling effect. And I asked for a clarifier on justice, and what I got was Ace of Pentacles. I did shuffle this deck between readings. I even walked away for a minute and did something else and then shuffled again. Ace of Pentacles, this is talking about a new beginning in terms of stuff in the physical world. So in terms of your health, in terms of with these golden hands here, hands with wings, so like angel hands, Midas hands, in terms of a new beginning for your career, for your home, or your car, your possessions, anything that you value in the physical world. And it's a more stable beginning. It's a more joyous beginning. And it happens because of this justice, because of this balancing out. This looks like an eyeball for some reason. To me, this is looking like there's it's like a giant eye looking down. I see different things sometimes in the cards, even though I've been working with them for a while. I just feel really tired, and I bet you're feeling really exhausted too, whatever this is, whether it was other people's thoughts or your thoughts. this feeling of dying on this hill and being broken into by words, by betrayals, by actions that hurt you. Strength in the reverse. This particular strength talks a lot about communication and passion. It talks about the language being used. It talks about using the mind over that language. So strength in reverse. This can be about having lost your way, being overly influenced by others. And the clarifier, the Page of Wands, the wands in tarot, they symbolize like who you are at the core. They symbolize yourself. They're also symbolizing spirituality, but on a very personal level. And the way that she's kind of standing back and just like examining it and kind of like, I don't know if I like this. When the strength card is in the upright, it's talking about having your inner strength and having that ability to say no to things that you think aren't right for you. Having that ability to say no to people in situations that you don't want or things that are harmful to you, to avoid those things. When it's in the reverse, it's it's the exact opposite. You're falling prey to other people, their influence. You're falling prey to their manipulations and their ability to hurt you. And Page of Wands is really talking about examining who you are on a very core level, examining even the things that you don't want to examine, that shadow side, that hidden self, that stuff that you'd rather just be like, oh no, I never do that. I hate when other people do that. I would never do that. And then you realize, oh, I do something similar to that sometimes. And you're like, ooh, I don't like that about myself. And then the Page of Wands is talking about and strength is talking about having that ability to see that and acknowledge it and not just keep shoving it down into your toes, but to actually face it head on and make the change. Oops. At the bottom of the Ethereal Visions, we have 10 of Pentacles. This talks about, being loyal to who you are, your higher self, all of you. It talks about long-term success and goals, prosperity in terms of, like I said, Pentacles are about health. They're about things in the physical world. In Judgment, this is judgment from the spiritual, or you judging yourself, and then you leave behind what you don't want to take into the future, what you no longer need. You leave behind those negative aspects. Eight of Swords. This card talks about being blinded to things that are hurting you, either your thoughts or somebody else's thoughts. These swords that are stabbing him in the back, they're in her past, they're behind her, and she has the ability to get up and walk through the doorway, to have that new beginning, to unbind herself and to take the blindfold off. The Two of Wands. This is a card of looking from a different perspective, from a higher perspective, from like a third party point of view, and finding that new path, that new vision for your life, that new track that you want to be on. How far should I go? That's far enough. At the bottom of the Druid craft, we have Four of Cups. Oh, Nine of Swords again. So Four of Cups, this is a card of possibilities, potentially ignoring one stable possibility, or even like a piece of hidden knowledge there, and daydreaming but not taking action towards these other cups that were just, an easy reach, but not all that great for you. Nine of Swords, again, talking about like fears, anxieties. Oh no, it was Eight of Swords we had. Eight of Swords, yeah. Nine of Swords, it's kind of, and you'll notice both images, you can't see the person's face completely. They're hiding it. The swords are behind them. The swords are behind the bed. The swords are behind them here. They can get up and walk away. They can change their circumstances. This is like fear and anxiety in both situations that keeps you feeling like you can't, like you can't get out of this bind. As far as the Eight of Swords, you can't get out of this bed. As far as the Nine of Swords, it gives you that feeling of being trapped. But the thing is, you can. There's nobody trapping you. Her blindfold is loose enough she could take it off. Same with her bindings, her rope bindings. She could, it might take her a little struggle, but she could get up onto that second, up off her knee and get that binding off and get those blindfold off. And this person could get out of the bed. Not to say it wouldn't be a struggle, but they can. There is no reason that they can't, and there is no reason that they should not get out of that bind. There's no reason that they should stay in it. Because you have Ace of Cups, you have this new beginning spiritually, emotionally, mentally. You have Three of Wands, the expansion, the growth, the new path. So a lot like Two of Wands, this vision for a new path, getting up high, looking at it from a different perspective, and then having this growth. So really focusing on getting out of these binds and looking at who you are on a deeper level, and then taking your strength, turning that strength card in the upright. Yeah, this is the ending. Maybe you feel like you are broken in half. You did feel like you died on that hill, but, that hill is still going to be there. Whether you died on it or not, it's going to be there long after you're there. I mean, you look at the kids from World War I, and those cemeteries are still there. Those places where they fought, they're still there. But those kids have died. Was it worth them dying? Is it really worth this? You have to examine that. You have to examine that, and you have to use your strength. It's always worth having a new beginning. It's always worth this judgment and this this satisfaction, finding a new vision, finding a new path for yourself, finding this ability to get out of these traps. It's always worth that, even if it's a struggle. But it's not worth for somebody else. It's not worth for certain concepts or certain items. Certain people are not worth fighting for when it hurts you that badly, when it wounds you to the core and it breaks you in half. I'm sorry, I don't know why I was speaking about World War I. It was just something that flashed in my mind. Really give it some thought. I believe you can break out of this, and you can find your new path. You can have your new life. You can break out of this. Have a good Friday. I'll see you tomorrow.